Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are strictly looking forward. We pulled this massive, comprehensive analysis report on the IT landscape for 2026 through 2031.
Yeah, and we're finally moving past the hype cycle here, right? Into what the sources call structural integration.
Right, which is basically what happens when the wow factor fades and the actual work begins.
Yes.
And our mission today is to figure out how this transition actually changes what it means to be a professional.
It's a crucial distinction because by 2026, AI isn't a novelty anymore, it's the operating system. We're tracking the rise of agentic AI, the AIification of cyber threats, and a fundamental shift in hiring.
Let's start with that first term because the report uses it constantly. Agentic AI. And it feels like it's doing a lot of heavy lifting here.
It really is. We aren't just talking about a chatbot writing a poem anymore. The shift is from AI as a tool to AI as a digital coworker.
A system with actual agency to execute multi-step tasks.
Precisely. The report highlights Google's Gemini 3 Pro and their anti-gravity system. Current models, they wait for you to type a prompt. But anti-gravity is designed to be proactive.
So it's not just auto-completing code.
Right. It acts as a collaborative engineering partner that understands your entire code-based context, not just the tiny snippet you're looking at.
And the Microsoft vision in the report really drives this home for me. They project a small, three-person team leveraging these agents to launch global campaigns.
Campaigns that currently require an army of 50 people.
That is massive leverage. But obviously, it requires an incredible amount of trust, which is where the sources pump the brakes hard.
Oh, absolutely. Apple released research on what they call the illusion of thinking, and it's fascinating, but honestly, pretty concerning.
Yeah, because these large reasoning models sound incredibly logical, but Apple found they suffer from accuracy collapse.
Exactly. When tested on high-complexity mathematical puzzles, they fail. It's essentially confidence without competence.
The model doesn't just say, I don't know. It hallucinates a plausible-sounding path to a totally wrong answer.
That's the main friction point. So for you listening, this changes your role completely. You aren't just a prompter anymore. You have to be the arbiter of truth.
You have to audit the machine's logic because you just cannot delegate exact computation.
You can only delegate the execution, which segues perfectly into the other area where trust is collapsing, cybersecurity.
Oh yeah, the AIification of threats. The report describes polymorphic malware, which sounds like something out of a biological thriller.
It functions like one too. In the past, antivirus software looked for a specific signature, kind of like a fingerprint.
But polymorphic malware uses AI to rewrite its own code in real time, right?
Yeah, it changes its face every time it spreads to evade detection. So traditional scanners are effectively blind.
So if you can't catch it at the gate, the strategy has to shift left.
Shifting left, exactly. Moving security to the earliest possible stage of development. Instead of waiting for a QA test, you use AI to predict and patch vulnerabilities in the code before it's ever even merged.
But this creates a huge hurdle for entry-level talent. If AI is writing the boilerplate and handling basic security checks, what is left for the junior developer?
The data is stark on this. 77% of business leaders expect major disruption in entry-level roles. Rote memorization of syntax is just dead.
So to get hired in 2026, your portfolio can't be a generic to-do list app.
Not at all. The sources suggest you need deployable, highly complex projects. Think building a deepfake detection system or an AI-powered resume screener that actively filters for bias. You have to prove you can architect the system.
We definitely need to talk about the human cost here too, because the psychology of the 2026 workplace in this report is a bit unsettling.
You mean the digital doppelgangers?
Yes. They ran blind experiments where employees interacted with a bot trained on their CEO's communication style.
And employees could only distinguish the bot from the real person 59% of the time. It's barely better than a coin flip.
But the real kicker was the reaction. Once they knew it was a bot, trust completely evaporated.
We still crave authenticity, but there is a massive generational split happening. The data shows 47% of Gen Z workers now prefer asking AI for career advice over their human managers.
Which makes sense in a way. An AI doesn't judge you for not knowing something. But it leads to professional isolation.
The report explicitly links this to a soft skills crisis and AI anxiety. People are burning out trying to compete with always-on agents.
So trying to outprocess the AI is just a losing game.
Exactly. Success in this era is about agentic orchestration, managing the digital workers, and doubling down on what AI can't do, like empathy, nuance, and genuine connection.
So for you listening, the summary is clear. Don't trust the math without an audit. Secure the code before it's written. and don't neglect human connection in favor of efficiency.
That covers the key takeaways perfectly.
But here's a thought we want to leave you with today to explore on your own. If the emerging workforce is learning mentorship and conflict resolution primarily from algorithms rather than people,
Right.
what happens to corporate culture in 10 years when they are the ones programming the values into the next generation of AI?
That is the billion-dollar question.
Thanks for diving in with us today.